probably the easiest part of this installation on the Smittybilt Gen2. I got myself a magnet level because I just want to be this thing perfect, you know. Well, it's not perfect, just in a good. I want to do a good installation, you know what I mean. So, you know, I think you should get a level. It's pretty good right there, you know. Try to get something with a magnet because that's gonna help you out. You know, it's you know, the bolts that you're gonna use are the 10 millimeters stock. I'm sorry, I couldn't give you a video, a footage of how to install this because I only got 2 hands, you know. But you know, you want to get out the, you know, the holes, you want to get them in the middle of that gap, you know, level, and that'll do it. And like I say, this is just 10 millimeter hole, you know. That's it. All right, this is the easiest part. I just gotta tighten all those bolts that are left, and then we'll move into the next step. All right, so right after I went to see Chris, KK Finishing Corporation, I installed the plates and the dirt rings just to match my, you know, my custom colors around the Jeep. This is what it looks like. We're about to mount the tire carrier now. And one more thing I wanted to mention, guys, is like this is where your spare tire is gonna be mounted on. I recommend to have a shop or send it out or find a local shop, a machine shop by you. All you need to do is to press them in, but in my case it took, can you pick that up please for me? It took 170 pounds to hydraulic on a hydraulic press. Move it up. So you know they gotta be flat. See that? Flip it over for me. See? Two. They're supposed to have one on the bottom and two. One on top and two on the bottom. So yeah, just like that. And that's to hold your spare tire in place. Okay. So we couldn't do it at home. I didn't want to take a chance, so I sent it up to a local shop. Okay. So we just. All right. So we just put this thing in. It does come with a nice cup, right? I believe this is for a flagpole. I don't know what the design is, and maybe just because, you know, there's no way to leave that open, because you know you need an opening here for the bottom, or whatever. So we're just gonna have to, you know, do the washers. I put a little grease on that. It's very, you know, inexpensive. It's like $3 on Home Depot. All right. So moving on. The next thing you got to do in your bracket here is to have one of these hex bolts in here. You see that? It's the same size. I don't know what the other one is for. And just with a washer, another washer, and the nut. And then you're just gonna tighten it. This, you see this thing right here? With this flat surface, it helps to rotate this thing like this. Okay? That's why it doesn't have thread, because it helps to rotate. So I believe the other one is just to secure the gauge, you know. So, and then you're gonna have to put this plastic rubber, you know, I don't know what kind of material is this, but that's gonna, you know, prevent the gauge to be, you know, banging on your bracket. And this is a 10 millimeters. Just gotta tie that up and tie this up, and then we'll move to the next step. So we just tighten this hex ball right here. It's kind of weird because the hex ball, it's in a 18 millimeter, and the nut to secure this whole pin or hex ball, it's a 19 millimeter. When you put this tap on, you know, make sure it's flat, you know, flat here. They provide you with this screw right here. They give you the Allen key too. So just press this, you know, and tie this. It'll prevent this plastic cap to be flying away, you know, when you're in a road on a highway. Okay, so this way it's not going anywhere. That's pretty secure right there. Stay tight. Now this little thing, the instructions that it came with is showing that this should be in a insert, I mean a hole here for this insert. This is like a 90 degrees elbow, and this will help you to grease up your pinion bracket inside this part right here. But you know, on the first generation, the hole it's in here, but you know, right after I spoke to technical support, now they're telling me, and I just want to give you the size too, and it's a 10 millimeter, I believe so. Yeah, it's a 10 millimeter. Okay, and this goes inside. Come around here. It goes inside here, somewhere in here. You'll see it, but it's somewhere here. Now I can feel the hole here. If you see my finger, I'm tapping the hole right here. So make sure you put that on, because that's gonna help you out to grease up your pinion bracket in case it's getting too hard to open it and closing it. Okay? And then the other thing, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm not gonna show you this because this is common sense. You know, just gotta, you'll find the hole to put this in, and it's a 10 millimeter. It's gonna be a little awful to install that. And the other thing I wanted to show you is when you close this, make sure you don't open it, because that's gonna break your tail light. You know, it goes all the way down. I mean, it goes all the way out until, you know, if you keep going, you know, it's right there. It bangs. It's gonna break your head tail light easy. So watch out for that during the installation. And then, you know, this has to be tight, but this, don't make it tight. It has to be flat like this, because that's gonna help you to, I'm sorry, you know, don't, the bottom line, don't make this too tight. It has to be like this, okay? Because this is the lock. So you tie, I'll show you what it looks like, you know. This is the other pin that I was telling you. It goes into here and here. Let me close this first. So this is how you make it longer. You see that? You can make it longer, and then with this one you tied it. So, okay, gotcha. And then you can make it longer here too, in case it's not going through. That's why I was having problems. That's actually a little bit more. So 4. Okay, let's see if that one's held. Then you put the thread in here. That's it, guys. And that's how you lock your tire carrier to your bracket, to your tailgate. Okay, so now this is how you open your tailgate at once. You know, this is how you lock it with this thing. And now you just open the whole thing. How good is that? Of course, you gotta tighten everything here, right? We are ready to install these things. I'm just gonna show you here because it's gonna save time in the video. So you're gonna need 3 of these, 1 in the back. You know, they provide you with everything in the instructions. You know, they give you these instructions here. Okay, so don't worry about this. Don't worry about the flange sleeve bushings, because they press it in for you into the pinion bracket. All right, so if you're wondering, oh wait, I'm missing 2 parts here, 2 washers, don't worry about it, because the top one and the bottom one, this one right here, the 40 millimeters flange sleeve bushing, they're already inserted into the pinion bracket. So you just gotta have 3 of these big ones. Oh no, that's not it. 3 of these goes in here, right? Check that out, the 3 big rings. And then you're gonna need 4 in the bottom and the nut. So 3 of these, the big one right here, and the nut. We got the rings on the top here, if you can see it. We got the rings there. We got all the rings down here. We got the nut, and I got the insert Can you see that, Brian?
Yeah.
This is the insert that I was telling you for to grease out your pinion bracket. It's a 10 millimeter. It's already tight. Let's see if I can tie that a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty tight. And then it's a nice axis. You know, it's pointing down. So when you got your hose, you put it here and you grease up your pinion bracket. And then the 4 rings are already here. I don't have a socket for this, and then a socket will not work. So you need a wrench, a regular wrench. In my case, I'm gonna use in a adjustable wrench. All right. So I just put this hex bolt temporary just to make sure everything works. I still have a level back here to make sure, you know, everything it's okay, it's level, because some reason the instructions are telling us to have this bracket gate parallel to the rear bumper. I guess it's because it's the pinion bracket, and you know, you want to make sure everything close is okay. I secured the nut underneath to the pinion bracket. So everything should be ready to go. We're gonna try. We'll see, you know, it opens, it closes on one. Got the tower on. I want to show you just to have you an idea, so you can have an idea. You know, I'm breaking my head, try to go with instructions, so it'll be easy on you. They include these bolts right here. You can see this thing. So you put one in. You kind of make a sandwich on this. So this tower has to be, with these 2 wings, has to be in the middle. And then it goes this bracket right here with this tab facing up. And then you just put it through a washer and a nut. It's got 2 different sizes again. This one right here, it's this on this side are 19 millimeters, and this is 18 millimeters. The same thing they did on that one. Why? Don't ask me why. All right, and like I say, it's all in the tie. The next thing is to put this bracket, which is for the lights, for the spare tire. This thing has to be, that's the reason why this tab has to be facing up, because it's gonna sit on this one like this. 1 screw here, 2 here, and 2 here. Okay, so you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the guys. Hi, honey. Hi. Don't forget the washers. We're going in here like this, and then you have to tighten it from the inside. You know, you can grab it from here, and that's it. I'll get you a view when everything is set up. Right now we are mounting the bracket for the 3rd brake light. Very simple, you know. There's 2 parts of this. One, it gets attached to this tower. See that? We're not tightening this yet. And the other one gets attached here. Okay. So, you know, so this is gonna be, this is gonna be last because we need to adjust. We don't know how high the tire is going to be. So right after you mount your tire, you're gonna go ahead and move on with this. And so you need to adjust, but this is the highest it can go right here. It says, you know, it can be good for up to 37 tire. It'll work with a 37 tire. So, you know, we might is just gonna leave it like that, but if it's, you know, 35, probably gonna be here, 33, probably gonna be here, like down here, okay? So depending on your tire you're running. But then, like I say, I'm gonna attach this later. For now, just attach these 2 bulbs, 10 millimeter bulbs, and then we're gonna put the tire on it. All right, this is it. The tire 35, it's being mounted. The installation is complete. I installed the 3rd brake light, and like I said, that was the last thing to do in this installation, because you need to know what height you're gonna go with, so it doesn't, you know, interfere with the tire. So this installation has been complete. It took me about I would say 6 hours. All right, and then I want to go over with the features this XRC Gen 2 Smittybilt has. The first one, which the one I was looking for, it's to be tow rated. This is something that I like, you know. I'm really happy because I do tow on a trailer, so I really need that for myself. You know, you might not looking for this, so you can go with something else. These lights are connected to my backup lights, reverse lights, and then also I have a separate switch in the dash, you know, in case I have a tailgating me, you know, someone is tailgating me, so I can turn on that light. The other thing that I really like is this bottle opener. You know, I couldn't match the custom paint that I have for all the gear that I have on the rear bumper, but that's okay. Why? It was because it's attached with this aluminum ribbon inserts, so you know, I'm sure I can take them off, but I just didn't want to mess around with them. You know, later on I'm gonna spray it to match this. I got the D-rings. I got in a Tiger hitch cover. It helps me to step on it, you know, it's really helpful. It gives you a different look. And the other thing is like the best. You can actually open the gate with one hand, one motion at once. So that's the best thing that I was really happy how it turned out. So there you go, this is the final installation on the XRC rear bumper. You can open it, you can close it with one hand. The other thing I wanted to tell you is I had to cut the wire and split and make an extension for the third brake light so I can mount it, because the wire wasn't long enough. So if you can see there, you know, I split it and I put an extension wire, and I use some zip ties so it doesn't move around, so it'll stay there, and everything works. I mean, I'm really happy. You know, you can close your gauge and open your gauge, one hand, one motion at once. It's one of the best mods that I ever done in my Jeep. I highly recommend this rear bumper. I just don't know what else to tell you. Here you can see how long I had to run the wire. I didn't want to bore you by showing you everything, you know, right after I have the tire mount on this tower. You know, all you have to do is just put the spare tire on it and then tie it with the nuts. That's it, you know. Installation is complete. I hope you like this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm gonna have another video coming soon about these X-Pri LED lights, tail lights, third brake light, X-Pri. I hope you like this video, and if you do, just give me a like, the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video. XRC Smittybilt rear bumper Gen 2.